as I have to wait until that's done, or it sounds like my voice is crackling and I'm dying, which is, if you're going to make me hear it, at least you can let me do is talk over it. And only I hear it, not the rest of the world hears it, but at least they understand
Fact.
my aggravation. And before you start going off on Furbies or whatever else is coming, God knows, I'm going to say, for the love of, like, this is why I've only done one show in the last, like, minus this thing with him. Because it gets really old asking them why the people at the machine, the powers that be, need to waste 3 segments of TV on 2 people's entrances. We get their whole entrance, a commercial break. We see them. They show a video package. Bang! We get to see the next person. But there should not be 2 to 3 segments just of entrances, even on SmackDown. Like, that's only 2 or less. That's an hour, 42 minutes. They have to figure out with commercials an hour 42. Like, you should be able to figure out how to do more than 3 entrance segments for Theory and whoever he faced. And the other, like, that should not.
Yeah.
That should be criminal.
So in other words, I didn't miss much there.
I mean, GYV, did you watch Smack, a 2.0 last night?
Me have no cable.
You have something. So
no, I can watch the replay.
Yeah, see, you could watch. You could have watched. They cut down. They cut an hour of stupid away for you. For all that's the best thing ever. You missed the truly stupid. Man, well, I guess that means you'd miss the whole entire show. I don't know how they even get 2 hours out of it. Oh, what?
Yeah.
What? Like, it's yeah. Don't worry, there's when I find that picture, whatever they did to the Grizzled Young Veterans and turn them into, that's that should be whoever did like that just saying. See, my brain, like, what they did to the Grizzled Young Veterans
completely melted your mind.
It
brain went straight to pudding.
Like, it was damn. Oh, so you saw it? Did you see it? Tell me you saw it.
No,
come on. No, you didn't see it? Oh no. Oh no. Look, world, I'm gonna hurt his brain as much as they did mine last night. Not only did I say, please don't make it that stupid, holy, did they go out of their way to make it that stupid. So there you go. Like, you could see it. What they did to them, like, should get you sent to jail in all 50 states and territories. Like that, like, they went from where they were to that. That's like, I don't have words that I can appropriately say on this thing, because
if I could afford an iPhone and another 55-inch screen TV, you would see this phone go flying.
It's yeah, like, I don't know what to call that. Yeah,
stupid.
No, that's not stupid. That's like, so the Pretty Deadly, after doing nothing.
Vince McMahon is gone.
So
who's running the inmates now? So like, they were really big over in the UK. They came over here and they completely screwed with them, but yet Pretty Deadly, who makes me want to throw myself into traffic, who comes over and gets doesn't want to throw themselves into traffic after even looking
comes
listening.
Through it.
Yeah.
They get titles on their first night when some teams work their asses off, and the old like, it never got like, that's that, like, that's, I don't, but they get that, and they got turned into the Dyad or Schism, whatever the hell it is now. It's a Tool song, whatever the hell the name of the group is.
Schism. Yeah,
like, it's just shitism. I don't know. It sucks. And also, can we not wait until SummerSlam for TV 14 to throw a few more cuss words in there, because that's all they're rumored to do? Because I hate to break it to you, Cora Jade was dropping worse vocabulary on 2.0, which looks like it's meant for kids, with the characters and the tie-dye paint splat. Like she was talking more vulgar than anyone on Raw did when they're talking about how they want to tear someone's dome off. So if we could, take care of all of those things. Yeah. And that's just what I figured out in 10 seconds. Think if I was actually, sheesh, I keep going, but those are
those are the really yeah, what the hell did they do to them? Shaving off his big old goat, no beards, the weird like it's feeling like really just like a ridiculous Clockworky Orange vibes going on in Tim Burton movies, and they just took everything, put it in a blender, and said, "Here you go." Like, what did they do to deserve that? I bet you they have useless tag teams, like people that are doing nothing that they could have had do that instead of a team that was actually over.
Yeah.
But again, Wolf was just exiled, like he was in Imperium, and then Alexander Wolf was just gone. We never saw him again. And then they broke that up so they could make Giovanni Vinci, who looks like Crawford. I showed him a picture. You saw him, but they broke that whole thing up where they could actually have a real group to dominate stuff. And he's now Giovanni Vinci. So, yeah. And I just don't see it. It's not like the way making him stop to take all those pictures. That means you're officially going nowhere.
Yeah.
That gimmick will not get you a championship. That gimmick won't get you anything.
On to better times.
Hey.
And not the present. Let's just get.
We can only hope.
Let's just get away from the stupid and enjoy what used to be good.
Hey, I got hope. I want to hold out hope just for the people that are in positions now. Ooh. And then you go to the full screen. That's why it won't let me upload the HD version, because it's too big. See, I get it now. Genius, genius, genius. Remember when they said that like our kids, like the shows like then were causing people to be stupid and vile? Not like, do you see how much worse? Like, look at literally anyone that remembers Ren and Stimpy, how nice they were to one another.
Yes.
We didn't have nearly as many problems back then.
No, not at all. Still don't get the whole fish on red thing, but a lot of the stuff from this cartoon is kind of like South Park and The Simpsons. Like, you didn't get it you got some things as a kid.
But you never get it all.
But you never got it all. And then you go to rewatch it and you're like, so that's what it meant. Quick shout out to my senior media lit teacher, Mr. McGuff. I fell in love with not even just Ren and Stimpy, not just South Park, Simpsons, Family Guy, Seinfeld, Frasier. I have a better appreciation for not only this, but all the ones I just named, because you finally understand it as an adult. It's called satire, folks. If you don't know what satire is, you've been probably watching it for a very long time and didn't realize that the name of those types of shows you're watching have to do with satire. Hey. So congratulations, you just learned something today.
Turn on the news. Satire.
No, that's just a circus, but happy Halloween.
I don't miss those. Mom used them to give out candy and stuff. Like, I mean, I do give her credit for all the stuff.
These used to be the Happy Meal containers. They pretty much said, hey, we're just going to throw everything in this thing and just give it to you.
Hey, at least they tried back then.
Yeah.
I mean, I will give them credit. I mean, they're still killing all of us even worse. But, at least they gave you cool stuff while they killed you.
Yeah. Jesus. If you have not seen one of these in a bowling alley, you're wrong.
Damn.
Yeah, that's real. I mean, and this was before our time. This was like the dawn of time.
Don't forget
alleys.
Don't forget. I'm from, you're from like this nice place that people want to go to in the state. Let's say Whitehaven and Hazleton and Wilkes-Barre and all that, where all the bowling alleys weren't necessarily known for being the nicest or up in times, let's say.
Yeah.
The hell something just hummed.
That's
weird. Part duh. I'm gonna get one. Just saying, I'm gonna.
There's a couple at my local Just Press Play areas. I'm thinking about pulling the trigger on the Game Boy Color now. My wife, she had the original purple one. Kind of rough for her. Her ex-husband, sold it. What a dick. But anyways, I grew up with actually the one on the left, and then when the Game Boy Pocket.
Well, my uncle had the original.
I never had a color until I was in high school, where I had to buy my own.
I never even got one.
But the biggest thing that sticks out is Tetris and Mario. You can't go wrong.
I have
The
played both.
one that
Though.
the one that sticks out the most with the Game Boy Color was the Pokemon. It was the yellow cartridge, the Pikachu edition. I do remember some Pokemon stuff, but
I wasn't a fan of getting stuck with Pikachu though. You know, what if
Yeah.
it's the only one I have and I want to change my what if I want to spice things up a little bit?
yeah,
But they do have the purple one. That's the one my friends always let me
yeah.
use of theirs. So I
I
can
mean,
put
they've got
Pokemon
so
on,
many,
and they
like
have
they've
that one.
got so many different Pokemon games for Nintendo Switch. Like I just want to work with all of them. Why do you have to spend
But they have a
$40 to $60 for each game that has different ones? I mean, I
They
know it's
have-
money grab. Don't get me wrong,
yeah.
but
I mean-
why not make just one Pokemon game where take a thing out of 2K's book there, and you just, hey, if you want the next like download pack or something, like have just one massive game where
Hey.
it consistently evolves because it's about evolving animals.
Yeah, but you want to see a great idea right here? Put those sons of bitches on here.
Yeah, seriously.
Problem solved.
Yeah.
Do that. We will buy it. When they still came in the what's the word? Non-biodegradable styrofoam containers. And you're gonna suck that thing down and throw it out the window.
But that's the thing, though. They had the lettuce and everything separate, so it doesn't go to mush in case you had a longer drive home than some of the other folk.
Yeah, I just think of the Dennis Leary song.
Yeah.
Called Asshole, in case anyone missed that memo. People love to call me it.
And the next one, I'm not too sure. I don't know if it's from last week or this one. I think I may have had a double of this. I don't know if you remember the crazy cans. I think we already touched base on this one.
Nope, we didn't talk about that.
Okay, well,
I remember the one on the right.
Which one are you going with?
The red one.
Yeah.
That one's way better. I never even saw the other. I don't remember seeing the other one. So that obviously means
I
the one
remember
on the
seeing
right
both
worked.
now the one on the left was actually the smaller cans when they first started coming out with the small cans.
I also remember, though, again, where you grew up compared to Whitehaven, Pennsylvania, might as well be the Stone Age compared to y'all. So I was happy to see anything in my grocery store that was like the deli section of your grocery stores.
Yeah.
But I would go back to that tiny little nowhere town and stay very far away from any known city. Much better. I never had them. I hated them.
Oh, I never had them either, but my wife did, and I came across it. I'm actually subscribed to the 80s and 90s growing up page and like a couple other 90s ones. So I've been really I was actually digging deep for some of these, which again, like some of the stuff again with this, sometimes you just come across something like, man, I do remember that. So I never had them. Most of the girls had them.
Yeah. We were more like playing cards.
The evolution of technology. The evolution of technology, in case you're an old fogey and you slip in the bathtub and can't get to the phone.
Hey, can't forget them.
No.
And I know, I mean, I had a corded phone. Like mom would I'm not getting a cordless. Like, okay, so I always had a corded phone.
My parents never got a cordless phone until I was halfway through my enlistment. And yeah. And now I know why, because my dad would constantly lose them.
Yeah, mom was.
They would get me.
She'd get mad, and then I forgot to put it on the charger, so it's dead now. And I'm trying to use it. Like, it's not that hard, Mom. You get done and you hang it up in the thing. Like,
yeah,
takes like 3 seconds. He's our hero. He's gonna take pollution down
to zero.
Yeah, the Planeteers. They can do it too.
Why have we not got like a real life movie out of this? And I'm not talking like a cheesy real life movie. Like they could really push like something a little bit darker, like not like crazy dark, but like, just like a well-balanced, movie. I seriously.
Looting and polluting is not the way.
You've got all these people like doing remakes and crap. Like why not take this concept and make it real?
Here's what Captain Planet has to say.
Okay, so we're going to do a quick breakdown. Who would you cast for each person on this poster? Real quick, just random thought.
It's a good question. It's a really good question. I'm trying to think who would be Captain Planet.
I don't know.
Chris Evans.
Oh, they ruined him for me.
Really?
Yeah, there's this whole movie that came out recently, and I'm just slightly bitter because I know exactly why a certain someone didn't get to. I'm happy that they lost millions of dollars. There we go. I'm happy that they lost their ass on the movie. Ruined it right there. There's only one Buzz Lightyear, and we know exactly why they didn't have even consider Tim Allen to do it. They could say whatever they want. We know why they did it. He would do it. He would do it. I mean, who else?
Yeah. Well, think. I'm going to stop you there. Let's think about this, and then next week's episode, figure out a cast. Because this is what, honestly, I could not rattle off everyone right now. To be honest, I mean, you could probably use most people that have been in Marvel movies, and it probably would fit since they work so well together.
Oh, that makes it, yeah.
Yeah, you know what I mean? It makes it a little bit easier.
The one on the black kid looks like Kevin Cork off of Fox News. I mean, if we're being 1,000% honest, he does. So we can have Kevin Cork right there.
Or you can have what's his name? It plays Falcon.
Yeah. What? I can't think of his name, but I'll think. Yeah, we'll get it by the end of this. It'll come to us.
Yeah. Anyways, moving on.
It'll be look how we turned out. We had that
back when music television shows actually even had music television videos.
It was really
it's a music television show.
I just love when I was watching Ridiculousness the one day. And the standards and practices here at music television, and there's Chanel going, music, like, hello, that's who you work for. Like, I just got confused when you mentioned the music part.
Yeah.
No, but even Chanel understands.
I do plan on watching Beavis and Butthead do the universe, by the way. I don't care who you are.
Creepy.
The dancing flowers. When you made noise, they moved.
I never had any of those.
My Aunt Liz had one, and I'd yell at it all the time. If you didn't have one of these, and yes, they are still available at your local Walmart, depending on which Walmart you go to, and depending on which state you live in. I actually saw these at Walmart the other day. Yeah, they're throwback. Like they're exactly as you see it.
It's terrifying and awesome in the same way.
Yes. Very.
I had one. It was a generic one, but hey, Snake.
Yep.
Yeah. Best game.
Back when you could spike a phone and it wouldn't break.
Hey, I've done a lot of bad things to my phones. They're still, here we are. I've thrown them through walls. It depends on, it's the angle.
Color ketchup. I wish they'd bring it back.
Yeah,
sorry that the photo is not, the photo is unforgiving here, but.
Well, I mean, yeah, but I don't remember Mom ever getting them. Granted, I'm pretty sure it's probably for the best that I did never have them. How much, went into making it that color? Because I'm sure purple one, I'm sure they didn't go and get beets juice to dye it. I'm sure that's just a ton of food color. Because this was way back in the 90s and no one gave off about any of it. Yeah, but to dye something that's supposed to be red.
My wife said, my wife said she always had the purple.
Like, just think, how do you get something that's red like tomatoes and everything that makes ketchup and turn it into that green color? Think of the, like, that had to be great for you.
Yeah.
Yeah. Thank you, Mom. Oh yeah.
Back when, I mean, I had these. I mean, you don't see me going around smoking cigars one after another, but I know. Let's not go political with it. I know. Let's not go political with it. But
hey, I love it. I'm always ready to go. But yeah, I didn't get any bad habits from that, if it helps the world. Just like they try to say, these violent movies that are out nowadays. I mean, did you guys ever watch like the Rambos, like Terminator, like anything from back in the 80s? I mean, 80s, not what, and all those action movies and stuff, you're gonna blame stuff now because there's guns. Like there was guns way back then. And guess what? People had guns by the millions way back then. It is a old, again, us folk that were the ass kicking generation turned out way better.
Kick ass and chew bubblegum. You're welcome.
You're welcome.
And I'm all out of gum.
That one's for Piper. And I'm all out.
I can't remember what this candy was. Lemon heads? I don't know, but I remember seeing them. Are they the lemon?
No.
I can't remember.
Those are big yellow things. I can't, but they were so good.
Yes, they were.
But these were like,
I can't remember. I'll figure it out. I saw them, I remembered them, and unfortunately, you think stupid me would actually add some information on this, but I wanted to actually see if
they're
you
good too.
Remember.
They were good.
Yeah.
Of course they're gone. They were good.
The original Crybabies. Not them little, Crybaby Warhead things. These were the original ones. These were the big stuff. These were the big ones. Like you puckered up, no doubt.
Oh yeah. Who doesn't love that? Making that face. Yes.
I knew you'd like this one.
Ooze tube.
That's right. My wife hated them, but I thought they were good.
Way better than YouTube.
Always had to have the blue raspberry. I wasn't a big fan of the green and the red. Just, most of the kids like blue raspberry.
I had green most of the time because I was the one that they had there most. I completely understood why, but it wasn't that bad when it was the option. Damn those kids. And that's what he's saying too. Them kids.
The original Chuck E. Cheese.
The original
character.
That's like Tom Brady meme. Them kids. Believe it or not, guess what? Chuck E. Cheese here in Jacksonville closed down. You'll never guess what they turned it into. Yet another. See if you could fill in the word in between that and the word store. Because we only have like 73 of them. I know it's not a smoke shop to take that out of the equation to make it easier on me.
Oh, damn.
Or a nail salon. Or hair anything.
I was about to say maybe a haircut place.
Oh no.
Taco Bell, McDonald's, Chick-fil-A.
Oh no. Oh no.
Popeyes. No?
We got yet another mattress store.
Oh, geez.
Because there's a sleep number up there. There's that up there. There's that one there.
Speaking of sleeping.
They're falling down the stairs. Oh, I'm sorry. That's the angry version of that song, isn't it? Can't believe that show is actually a thing. Hey, damn it! Look how.
Why the hell couldn't we come up with something like this and make money?
Because I don't think we're on the right drugs to come up with two bananas running around in pajamas.
Yeah, or at least they weren't running around naked.
Well, I mean, they're bananas though, so But whoever came up with bananas in pajamas, like you, sir, were on the right stuff. In fact, everyone that made shows like that, actually, you seem to be on a lot of good stuff back then.
Yeah.
Now you watch those and you're going, really, what are you on? In a completely different way. Where in the world is Carmen San Diego? See, that's worth writing down. Never thought I'd even hear that again.
Honestly, there's two actresses I think that could pull this off: Scarlett Johansson or Angelina Jolie.
Let's go with Scarlett. Makes me feel better.
That's what I'm thinking too. Why haven't we gotten something like this? Like, there's so much like stuff that we grew up on, like that if it's done right with the right director, could be.
No, they just want to turn everything into CG.
Yeah.
Pretty much their goal of let's just turn it all CG, make it all stupid. I remember those things.
And if you didn't type in swear words, then you didn't live.
Oh, well,
this time.
Swear we had one. I know, sure as hell no, it wasn't.
I know Daniel Stevens did have one. My wife believes she recollected that he had one and he loved it.
I believe that'd be had to be Heather's.
Dude, if they would
wouldn't
actually
remember what it was.
if they would actually re-release these, I'd buy one for, even if it were like 50 or 60 bucks, I'd buy one. Like, why not?
It's
Like back when education was fun.
worth something. Those things. Oh yeah.
Yeah. Well, see, now I
Never-
remember these being on the sticks, but then you could also get them out of the 25 cent machines, and they were a little bit bigger, and they were in the plastic balls there. They were a little bit bigger, and they didn't have the stick. But then, you know, the whole choking hazard craze came over, and never saw them again.
And then
That's why they
everything-
probably put them on sticks.
And then everything went to shit. Literally, can't even. Yep. I don't even know what the hell that third one is.
That I'm not too sure.
I don't remember Fox Kids either.
I remember Fox Kids because that's when Power Rangers was
ours was-
also on Saturdays. I remember more Fox Kids stuff on Saturday mornings.
Ours was just on. Well, they just aired all that stuff on our regular Fox. We didn't have a.
Yeah, 4 o'clock every day, like
yeah.
clockwork.
We had a.
I
it was
remember
in the
when it was
morning for
4.
us.
I remember when it was 4 o'clock p.m. for the Power Rangers, and then the Simpsons were at 5, and then also if you switched from channel 4 Fox to channel 23, if you remember, then they played another Simpsons, and then you went back to regular Fox channel 4, and then they played another Simpsons. So technically, you got a multiple Simpsons episodes every night.
Yeah.
I remember that. Toon Disney, I really wasn't.
I remember that. I never was on it. I remember them. Like,
Yeah.
I remember hearing it when Heather was watching cartoons. 'Cause
Yeah,
that was
like
her thing, yeah.
WB Kids. I remember like Animaniacs and like.
Totally insane. Chicken
Yeah.
Chow Mani. Animaniacs. Those are the facts.
Now that a real life movie, I'd be all for that. Even if they were to use like the CGI stuff, like the Sonic movies, I'd be okay with that. As long as they casted the WB security guard correctly. There's another one you'll need to figure out. Who would you cast for the voices for all 3 Animaniacs
Are they all dead?
and the security guard?
Did the originals all die?
I know. Yakko is still alive. I think I showed you that video the one time where he sang the United States song. I don't know if you remember that one. I forget who the actor is, but it was a while back. But he was going around doing like some stand-up stuff, but then he would sing the state song, which I still love, by the way. I'll see if I can find it and share it to the page, even though it's not wrestling related. But that was you learned your states.
Hey,
Like,
you did.
yeah.
Can't deny that. Actually used to learn things. Finish him.
Besides the arcade, because that's usually where I played this.
Finish him.
I remember where, Ed Boon was smart and he decided I'm going to have it come out on 2 different consoles. And, I know it still comes out on multiple consoles and stuff like that. Even a Switch, I bought the Switch edition for my youngest because he's been getting really into Mortal Kombat. He also has it for his Nintendo DS, but he's been really getting into this. I mean, it's not like he has the Mortal Kombat trilogy. Actually, I got it for $20. I had all 3 of them for the DS, and like this kid's like really picking up on it. But he's starting to like a lot of the stuff that we grew up on, which is nice. I love that my kids can appreciate, some of the retro stuff.
I'm just gonna say it's amazing.
I remember
with the video game causing violence thing, and we were growing up with finish him, and we're literally throwing chains through people and ripping their spines out, and like caving their skull, like literally.
I specifically played this on Sega Genesis, and then I was Street Fighter on Nintendo.
I only had a Genesis. Much better looking, much more definitive, game case. You see the thing, you see what system, it's all right there. Everyone gets a fair share.
Yeah.
Better, yes. Prison phones. I mean, pay phones.
Yeah. The last one was taken out of.
Same thing.
Was it? I don't know if it was New York. I'm pretty sure it probably was. I'm pretty sure it was New York. There was one last final payphone that was taken out this year. That people know of now. God, knows that they're all over the place, but it's not like they could track where they put them. I guess they could. I mean,
Yeah.
if they had like
You know where they are?
paperwork.
Prisons.
Yeah, all that too. The original Doritos bag, when they cost 69 cents. Now this bag is actually before the 90s, but if you, as you see,
Big,
1984
Big grab.
down in, yep, back down there in the bottom right, 1984. I do vaguely remember this bag until they changed. I mean, it was just
December 25th.
Yep,
You better eat your Doritos by Christmas, homie.
that's right. Speaking of Fox Kids,
Yeah, I never got to really. I mean, I wasn't a Power Rangers kid though. Yeah,
I was
had-
part of the fan club, the whole nine, brother.
I had sisters. You know, guess what? I really, really did not win in the argument of older sister and then younger sister and who got to watch TV. I lost that argument 10 out of 10 times, which is why I moved into the basement and, no one ever saw me. We ran, drilling holes and stuff to run wires down to the basement. And I had like my 4 channels that came in downstairs. Clicking the knob on the TV to change the channel. And I enjoyed every second of it.
That's right.
And the fuzz. Wishbone.
Mm-hmm.
Hey. And some of them never did, and it shows.
Yeah.
It really, really shows. Hey-oh, yeah.
Yeah, buddy. You knew it was going to be a good day at PE, buddy.
So I've seen videos of them.
That and the scooters that you used to go around on, and then I remember we were on the scooters and they're like, hey, let's throw a soccer ball into this whole mix. Oh boy. Let me tell you. A lot of pinch fingers and a lot of hits from the soccer ball to the head.
I got this. That's why I don't play soccer. But I never got, we didn't have one of those at school, but I've seen videos of them.
Yeah.
Loads. I mean, that's the way my body is right now. Thank God I didn't take any extra, bumps here or there or anywhere. So worked out okay for me in the long run, but videos make it seem stupendous.
That's right.
I love stupendous. Flavor Aid.
Poor man's Kool-Aid.
It was better than Kool-Aid.
Yeah, actually, I did. I did actually enjoy this a little bit more. Now, these were the packets where you had to put your share of sugar in, and well, if you're ever like me as a kid, you liked your sugar.
Shit. I still love my sugar. I don't want to taste my coffee when I'm having a really bad morning. That's just used to be like just take the creamer and just dump. Like, is there any coffee in there? Might be. What? Going for the sugar, lady. Going for the sugar. And we had, well, I never had
clear electronics.
Again, I never had any of, those. I even had completely black PS2. But again, got to borrow friends, purple Game Boy Color. Friends had Nintendo 64s of color. And the IMAX, they put them in the elementary school when they first opened the elementary school.
Oh boy, did we used to fight over them things.
Thankfully,
it's pretty sad when your teachers bring you to the library and go, do not run in the library to the computers.
Yeah, we had the lab and the thing. I think there was only like 2 in our home, maybe 3 computers in our whole. Yeah, but I remember the lab in elementary school. Don't you worry, it was still the old IMAX. We walked in there and saw those. Like, what the? Where have you been all my life? Because we were on their garbage computers before that, and that's an old memory card.
Yeah.
At one point, I took a PS2. I spiked it off the ground, and the memory card went through it. Skip my disc. I will show you the world of memory cards for PlayStations. What a world. NWA. Yay.
Well, I wasn't actually, referencing any of this, but I do remember the record player. But I mean, that would be kind of cool if they had something like this.
Yeah, I don't remember where. I think Heather had one, actually. A lot of them really were absolutely like garbage,
yeah, I think I want to say Melissa and Doug now have this branded under their umbrella. I do believe, since it's like considered educational. Tell me you remember these. You don't remember these? Oh my God, these things were amazing.
Sisters.
This was like mid 90s.
My mom liked
it. It was short Only a couple years, but they were good.
Yeah, I don't remember ever seeing those. I didn't go down the snack aisle very often though, because well, again, sisters. I was just there. Now everyone remembers those. See?
Yeah.
That makes up for it.
Back when Keebler was the shit.
Hey, everyone sells out, man. Sooner or later, all of them go. Like tricks.
Fact.
Did we stop seeing the shapes because tricks are for kids, or did they just get lazy? They just got lazy.
Yeah.
Because I mean, from what everyone tells me.
And how many times are you going to change marshmallows and Lucky Charms? I remember Heart Stars, Horseshoes, Clovers and Blue Moons,
pots of gold and rainbows,
and the red. Not hourglasses, pots of gold. Get it right. Can't believe they got rid of the stinking pot of gold. Somebody got offended.
There's only a song for decades.
Yeah.
Only a little bit of time. It's not like they just sang it for like a day. It was around for. I can still remember it. I heard it so much.
I'm sure they got rid of pots of gold because somebody got offended.
Short people. Damn that hornswoggle. Probably him.
Yeah.
Seems to be offended easily anymore.
And we're talking about the yellow pudding pots.
Well, I didn't have to say Bill Cosby. You took it for me, so that's all it needs to say about that. Can't offend anyone then.
Moving on.
I remember those.
Oh yeah.
We had all the cool those. We had so many of those back then, and there seemed like it's still simple enough that they should be able. They should still be doing it.
Yeah. I go down the ice cream aisle, but I don't really look at the kids stuff because Jackson has his specific thing he wants and he grabs and that's it. I really don't like. I'm gonna have to now, take some time and actually get down the aisle and see if I can. There's got to be something.
Magnum, and I'm sure all the fancy ones have them.
I remember Rocket Pops and what else was there?
I'm just saying. I'm sure it's one of the fancy people has to have some version of it. But I mean, if I go in the ice cream aisle, I either know exactly where, unless she's with me. Then I leave when we're in the ice cream aisle then because I can come back 15 minutes later and she'll still be saying, yeah. So I just tried to get in there, hit my favorites, maybe get one of the Snickers ice cream bars and just go. I'm never actually looking, but I'm sure one of the expensive bastards like Magnum or one of them, the fancy ice cream has some rendition of that in some way, just because they can charge $8 a pop for it.
There's a few ice creams out there now that come in the small pints that are actually like oat milk based, and a couple other ones, some sour based stuff. It's pretty good.
Yeah, I haven't tried yet.
Yeah, there's a Snickerdoodle one that tastes freaking amazing. I can't remember the brand.
I want to start making all mine again.
I wouldn't mind either. I mean, it's
not at least
really.
You know what's in it.
Yeah.
You don't have to worry about shark bites. Yeah, I remember that. I thought they actually, when they put effort into making them, shaped like different things, but those actually, those were actually good.
Yeah, and I remember the street shark snacks.
Yeah.
Remember they had the pastel colored blue ones. Yep. They were good.
Don't worry. I remember the creepy looking thing.
Oh yeah.
But they were actually hello. They're back.
Oh yeah, but that's the thing though. They don't have the kangaroo in them, which makes me angry. I just bought a box that the kangaroo is not on it like this.
Oh, well, I don't even have the big ones. The only ones I see are the little individual ones, and it's the white icing with the sprinkles in it. And just 3 little cookies in the checkout line. I've never actually literally, but yeah, I looked at one. What, diabetes? And then she gets all offended when you mention the word diabetes. Makes me think I'm gonna get it. Honey, what? It's sugar. It's okay. You can take a joke. Yeah, when they actually made those in little shapes too back in the day. Yeah, I've never been nope.
No, the only reason why I put this on here is I'm SpongeBob is older than me, not by much, but just throwing it out there.
Jesus criminy.
Yeah. 36-year-old Sponge.
Good. I never. Tell me how you get that in your life. I don't know who was it Dan that said, who was it that said they were actually, it wasn't Dan. It's amazing that I shared this and then here it is. You're welcome, America. Who was it that commented on it and said they were afraid of it?
I think it was Dan.
Yeah, I was right. It was Dan.
Yeah.
I love that movie.
Yeah.
Disgruntled, pissed off vacuum cleaner. I mean, what do you need? I mean, what else do you need in life? He's me. Grumpy,
Hey.
pissed off.
We can always figure out who to cast as cast for this one too.
Could never do it live action. I wouldn't want to see that live action.
No. But
Or,
I mean,
you
even
know,
if
or
it were,
CG.
even,
I want to leave that one
I
alone.
don't know who played the voice. I honestly don't know who played the voices of them, but
Now you said it. They'll get someone like, don't do a lot. Don't touch that one. Leave that one alone. You don't need to kill it. Please don't. Me love you long time.
I grew up in Willy Wonka watching
Yep.
this movie over and over again, and I just had to bring this meme into it because it's funny. Even though SpongeBob's related, but it's pretty funny.
Just sitting looking. Nope. So like literally best movie. Like, sorry, Gene Wilder and them killed it. I did like the meme circulating around showing his, Charlie Bucket's back teeth. The last damn thing he needs is more candy. I have like that one. That one came out of nowhere in the last week. Put a smile on my face. So whoever you are, if you're listening to this, thank you. Don't know what the hell was even on, but it made me smile. And it's very true. Great movie. I know a lot of people that are tripped out by the movie. I don't understand that, but
Me neither.
it's a great movie. Batman.
I just
Except,
had to throw this one out here.
except we missed the really good one in the middle. There's this really good Batman that actually learned martial arts and to fight people and all of that. That was right there. Not so much directly on to him.
Yeah,
but
I'm
right there.
I'm interested to see how this whole Batgirl thing turns out with Keaton and Ben Affleck in it. I'm interested to see. I'm excited that Keaton is back. Hands down, I would say overall Batman I like is Keaton. I did like the Tim Burton kind of stuff, the quirkiness. It kind of brings you back to the earlier TV shows with a little bit more seriousness. I mean, I know it's Keaton, it's not like serious, but like
Christian Bale.
I thoroughly enjoyed 89 to 92. I really did.
Christian Bale. Sorry, Dark Knight trilogy. Best Batman I've ever seen since the original show.
And I've said this before. Each Batman that has come across in the movies is for that right time. Keaton fit in 89 and 92.
Because everyone was on drugs.
Well, that too. And
I just thought there was always something too cartoony.
Even back in the TV show in the 70s, like that. Yes,
but
those actors fit that.
Well, I said since him, Bale was my favorite though, because I just thought it was too cartoony, too comic booky in a bad way. Like they felt like it was too much. Like Christian Bale's, like the Dark Knight trilogy, you could watch and go, that's real life right now.
Bale, I would say,
it was the most realistic, straight to point.
Well balanced.
And didn't have all the idiotic quirkiness, right? I mean, like no one looked ridiculous. It was just the greatest school lunch ever on Friday.
Yep.
That's called a segue, people. It's not really, but I mean, I just carried on a sentence like someone I just heard give a speech earlier, just from one right to the other. But those, I'm sorry, like Nardone's, like hands down, they still win. Even the white pizza that they had every other Friday was pretty damn delicious. Ours was French bread. I thought it was good.
Yeah.
And look at all the junk they fed us then. We weren't, we had to throw away so many. I had all of them.
I know, me too.
The water heater blew up all over us. They've covered them all. Fuck, there's no saving.
I had to get rid of mine because I kept rereading them, and like it got to the point where the pages just started to disintegrate because I loved these things.
Oh yeah, I'm gonna
I do see them. I do see them in bookstores re-released in like sets.
I've seen them in so far I have successfully seen them at Target, spontaneously, randomly there. I want to say I saw them at the big Walmart. Possibly. I'm not guaranteeing that one. They were at Target. I think the other one was Walmart. Otherwise, it was probably I know they had them at Second and Charles.
Okay, I remember Second and Charles. Yep.
but you can get your hands on them. Get your hands. Those are some. I mean, he just kept like that was we had the book fair every year back then. I don't know. I think they still do it now. Probably not because everything sucks. But like I'd go there and I'd barely have anything because we were poor as hell. But I still got mom gave me money, so I'd go buy all the new Goosebumps books that came out in the amount of time. So and they still only cost like $5 a pop or something.
I really wish R.L. Stine would come out with like an anthology where it has, maybe 10 books and have different volumes in the chronological order as they were released, because they did have numbers on them.
Do them 5 at a time.
Yeah, I guess. Yeah, maybe not 10. I would say 5.
Yeah, I just say just because that still gives you. If you keep it the same size, I mean, that would put the book about yay thick. I mean, if you make it a little book bigger, you can make it like a normal. Make it just taller like we have ours. I mean, you could easily throw like 6 in there just because that would double like the size of the book. But yeah, just like 10 would be too many. 6 is just an odd number, but it all depends on how many there are too. Like try to break it up so there's so it's not like these all have this number and then the last one has 3 or something stupid like that.
I honestly can't remember how many books there are.
Yeah, those were the childhood thing, man. I was like, whenever you find them, if you don't want them, buy them and give them to me. I will then give you the single dollars that it costs to buy those things nowadays, just so I can have them. And I want to say that Jack Black played a great R.L. Stine.
Yes.
I didn't see the second one. I did see the first one. It was, just like in The House with the Mirrors or something like that.
Yeah.
I don't know. I tried to buy it and they sent me a copy from the UK. So it doesn't even work on my PlayStation. So now it's just fucking there. I was super stoked about that, but I never got to watch. I never got to watch all that. I never got to watch all that.
Really? The funny part is
I had sisters and one TV.
Most of this, actually, if not all this cast, except I think 1 or 2, actually they ended up on SNL.
Hey, I had sisters and mom and dad was gone and one TV. So yeah, I sure as hell was nowhere allowed to be near that.
Please tell me you at least watch Keenan and Kel.
No, I didn't have the TV, man. I got my 4 stations in the basement, so I got to watch Raw. I got to watch UPN when it didn't come in all fuzzy and stupid, and then I would just listen to SmackDown and like the locals, so I could watch the races. Like that was it. I only had I wouldn't 5, maybe 10, but Doug Funnie, underappreciated.
Now look at this. Disney Adventures, okay? There's out of all these people, now Doug came to Disney after Nickelodeon. The Simpsons, I remember vaguely little snippets here and there in the Disney Adventures until it was, like Fox, and that was it. Tommy, Rugrats, that was Nickelodeon. So I'm wondering if there's just a lot of hands in this magazine altogether besides it being Disney
People
Adventures.
Actually got along.
Yeah.
Yeah. People like they're separate networks, but they weren't trying to bury each other.
Yeah.
Get out of here. People actually could be human beings to each other. Get the
get out of here. Even had ESPN action in this thing.
Disney owns ESPN. I don't know if they did then, but I know they own them now.
Yeah.
But Tommy Pickles and Doug Funnie too. They shouldn't have brought Rugrats back CG. Sorry, not sorry.
No,
don't care.
Did not like it. Watched the first episode. I'm like, nope, sorry, too political. Bye bye.
Well, I didn't even look. I just saw the pictures. Went like if they could draw it back then.
Oh, dude, if you would watch any of them CGI redone episodes, you'd have probably a couple episodes on the Jesse Rosinski show. Just the simple fact. Yeah, I'm going to stop there. I don't want to get you started.
Hey, what? I'm good. I got out of that. This morning with Walter, and he was on his soapbox, so I just got to sit there most. It's like doing one of these with you. Like Wednesday's my favorite day. I get to talk for about 20-30% of it, and then I just get to sit back and listen to someone else talk. It's actually a very pleasant change of pace. And the Trunch Bowl making the kid shatters the plate cake on his dome. Big burp.
Yeah.
God bless.
Before Thanos was cool.
That later.
or before Thanos was actually in any movie, you had this crazy thing.
The Trunchville, throwing people by their hair into flowers, shattering plates on kids' heads.
Yeah.
Let's be proud. You say 7 pounds of diabetes. I don't care.
Exactly.
Still a great movie. And look at Danny DeVito. Like
Oh
they
yeah,
cast,
one of my
cast that
favorite.
one.
Oh, perfectly. They couldn't
Yeah.
have came up with a better cast.
Yeah, couldn't have cast
Yeah,
it.
this Matilda was actually one of my wife's favorite movies. She thoroughly enjoyed that.
She better. She's fired. Why to?
Before Chris Jericho showed up. Well, actually, I think this was. This was right after Jericho had showed up. But I do remember this.
Break down the wall.
Like seriously, like we unplugged the computer from the outlet. We just did not leave it off with it still plugged in.
Everyone unplugged it.
Everyone unplugged it.
And don't forget, this is just when I say don't forget as it goes out of my head. Good job on that one. But Y2K. Oh yeah, and by the way, that was 50. Came back. We talked about, Jericho, if he would ever go back to the machine, who would he work with? That just put it. What music would he use? That's actually let's see, Y2J, Y2. It's your fault. What song would he do?
I don't know.
Would they actually let him not break the walls down?
I mean, they let Cody use his song.
Yeah, except what did he leave with? I mean, let's go to the level where Cody was before he turned into this compared to how long he was there compared to how long Jericho was there on top. I mean, what would they do?
Yeah.
What would they do?
Know.
Like, that's actually a really good. Would it be Judas or would we be breaking like?
Yeah.
See, that's a Jesse question right there. Give me credit for the rest of the thing popping in after an hour.
Maybe Fozzy would come up with another song. I mean, he's got some time. He's always reinventing himself. I mean, and I don't think it wouldn't, to me, and I think a lot of people, it really wouldn't matter who he came back as, because he would reinvent himself anyways and be better than the break the walls down Jericho, honestly.
Well, yeah, but he's never, like, it's always been a different variation of that song. Like,
yeah.
What would they, I mean, Judas is over now, but well, yeah. I just don't see.
I don't know.
I don't see them giving a goddamn. Obviously, it's not Vince's favorite thing. Giving a damn about anyone. Yeah, I keep saying that. Like, that was the day.
Yeah, that was a good day.
Had a great chance of getting diabetes and all the yellow number 5.
When he actually like, it was like 1 in 3 chances, not like 1 in 10. Where
you got like diabetes out of your Mountain Dew and yellow number 5. Guess what? You just won another one for free. And there's no questions asked. They just took the damn thing. You got your drink and everyone walked away happy.
Yeah.
Suck on that. Everybody be dysentery.
Poor Joey.
It was always him.
Yeah.
Poor dysentery. Oh yeah, Hannah asked me what that was a few weeks ago. Like, she wanted details. Yeah, that's a good thing. I can write that down too. Hey-o.
You didn't see. There's 2 ways to play Oregon Trail: the safe and boring way, or let's just ride the wagon till the wheels fall off.
Yeah, let's go to kill ourselves. Like, especially when you're just right there, like right at the end. Like, oh man!
Like you ran that wagon till the wheels fell off, and then everyone died, and you were just about to make it and win it, and then you come down with something and die anyways.
Yep.
Life in the fast lane.
Life in the fast lane.
I know you're not a big SpongeBob fan, but these 2 episodes do stand out.
Sure, they gotta lose my mind.
For those of you that play the SpongeBob game, know the SpongeBob game, here you go. Merry Christmas.
Sorry, there's just something about the voice of that. Like, it's okay. There's me, and then there's my idiotic neighbors. Great, what? I get it. Squidward, what? I get it. We found me if I was on there. Slug, get to be pissed off, slug at the neighbors. Like, I have weirdo neighbors. And yeah, the danger that was associated and getting all that to like level off was amazing. Because heaven forbid anyone actually just undid the cord that was all bound up down there. Oh no, let's play the balance game. Like, it's way more fun.
Yes.
Live your life an adventure, especially with one of those. Yeah. Yeah, it was.
Yeah.
Kids
And
will
I
never understand.
actually have the remaster for PlayStation 4, and my kids love it.
Was it good?
Yeah.
I never got it when they remastered it and put it out. Like, well, what I watched, because I don't like. I know it's going to be just the same. It's one of those I don't want to turn around.
I
and
got
go,
it for $5. So you know
never
what?
mind. Never mind. But that's worth it.
Yeah.
$5. Hell, I got all the Ezio Assassin's Creeds for that much a few weeks ago. $5.
Yeah. They've been having hell of a deal sale. They had their July deal going on. I did come across, I think it was on a PlayStation page that I follow. There's going to be an August sale, which is going to be pretty freaking good. I mean, I'm talking hundreds upon, like the whole store is basically going to be on sale. If I mean, maybe not the whole store, but like the list just kept going on. Like, I can't read this anymore. Like I got like halfway through. I'm like, okay, I'm just going to wait.
Hey, there ain't nothing wrong with that. Gives me something to look
Yeah.
at. I
have a lot of stuff under my wish list, and as soon as it goes on sale, if it's under $20, I pull the trigger, depending on what I've been waiting for. Like I got the PGA Tour 2K22 for $8.99.
I got that one. Was it 22 or 21? I think it was 22. I got it free for one of the months on PlayStation Plus. Not that, a couple months and months ago.
I think I'm gonna be pulling the trigger here once the new PlayStation Stars thing goes live. It's kind of like Nintendo Store, where when you buy stuff, you get points and you can use it towards the store. I don't know why Sony hasn't done this, but I'm kind of glad that they are. So I'm just going to kind of wait because, the Black Friday deals and stuff like that. I'm waiting because of the simple fact that Sony's going to have a year discounted with their new rendition of the PlayStation Plus stuff. They have the 3 different tiers. So I'm just going to wait.
I like I have no problem with the new tiers. I just don't like they did change it. And
the thing
they could have just left the layout in the store the same and just updated all of that.
The thing I do like about the new PlayStation Plus is now you don't have to have PlayStation Plus and then PlayStation Now on separate things. It's one whole thing. It's across the board.
Yeah, that doesn't make a difference.
Which is nice. That way you don't have to bounce back and forth between everything. It's just one.
That makes no difference in my life because I don't have PlayStation Now. So all they did was make it
more
complicated to get to the free games.
PlayStation Now was $9.99, and then you had, so really it's more cost effective once now that they mushed it together.
Yeah.
If you think about it, I mean, you're saving yourself like $7, but I mean,
I just never, I just wish they did change the layout. I thought it was much more user friendly before. Now every time I try to look at the games, it's all, hey, do you want to upgrade? It's like, no, I'm good to keep the same exact one that I had before. Now, why am I not hitting right and immediately being on those free games? Oh, wait, because I had to push 3 extra damn buttons. Because they just try to get more money out of me. You guys get money out of me every year because I forget that it's on auto pay. So every year I go on my credit card and go, literally every year on the same day. Yes.
Age like a fine wine. That's all I got to say.
Amber Thiessen, or whatever your last name is now. I really don't like. Thank you, God. And she was good. Everything. I wasn't. The biggest Saved by the Bell. I mean, I liked her more in Son-in-Law just because Pauly Shore was like the bee's knees back then.
Yeah.
Before he vanished. But Tiffani Amber Thiessen, you're so good. You've aged so well. I remember your whole name.
Mm-hmm.
You're not even that. Hey, I was just talking about those.
Yeah.
Earlier today, the Zima Triple X's. Then that was like the first thing. Is like we had Zimas, but we had them. And then they brought them back. I don't know if they're still around, but I know they did bring them back for a short time. At least if they're still out. Sue me. I've never gone out looking for Zimas purposely. Oh,
all right.
Never.
Well, that brings me to the end of the 90s portion. I have some random wrestling stuff.
Random wrestling.
That kind of relate to the 90s. I didn't know if you heard about the newest NXT edition.
Oh, Jesus.
God bless him.
Yes, it's from the Crawford Cornette thing.
Thank you, Gerald.
But yeah.
It's a hand. How much they all sold that. Oh my God, the Stooges.
I just can't believe how serious they kept it. Like how they could keep stuff. How do they? Some of them. I mean, with this interactive stuff with McMahon and Kurt Angle and all. So and then the one time McMahon actually had to leave because he was about to lose his shit.
Corn, and I don't care. You just. Well, at least Stone Cold shut him up.
I won a gold medal.
Kurt!
The famous 90s when it comes to wrestling.
Hogan's.
Who'd have thunk it? Who'd have thunk it? Turned out well, though. Turned out well.
Yeah, Stone Cold still should have had the match with Hogan, but that's another story. No offense to Scott Hall. He deserved better.
If you were to watch Keaton and Kel, you'd probably get this a little bit more. If you get a chance, try to look some stuff up on YouTube and just. I'm sorry.
It fits way too well.
Yeah.
Like I'm not even. Like, man,
sorry.
And I hope they saw that. Hell,
yeah.
I'll put that on our Twitter thing if you get it to my phone somehow.
Oh, don't worry, I will.
And tag them in it. There you go. You're welcome. I'll tag Keenan and Kale too.
Interesting. I'm actually starting to watch The Boys finally, even though there's a crap load of seasons out. I watched the first couple episodes. I'm hooked. Of course, I need something to watch at this point until some stuff comes back in the fall.
Blade.
Interesting.
I was just talking about Blade earlier.
Literally. Yeah, so I think it'll be a good fit.
Yeah, I was talking about how that's the way that every dude on the planet that had to go, suffer through Twilight wanted it to end. Suddenly there's just Blade standing behind him, dead.
Yeah. Who is Mr. SummerSlam? If you had to pick one.
Don't worry, I'm trying. I mean, was that when Brock first won the title?
I believe so.
Yeah, I think so.
I mean, they've all had great SummerSlam moments.
Look all the stuff Randy's done. He's the most consistent there. I mean, he always seemed to make it back for there. Seth's had his moments there. Edge could win just off of, last year's entrance. Sorry, that one.
Yeah.
The Brood thing, like, you might have cost Gangrel a job for a little bit, but that entrance was perfect. I think, so I don't know. It wasn't Brett. No offense, Brett. He did have some good matches, but
yeah,
longevity wise, I'm pretty sure Brock's made it to more. Randy sure as hell has made it to more. Taker, duh. Edge, duh. He tried to kill himself at a TLC match at a SummerSlam one time, didn't he?
I believe so.
That was TLC 2, and then they did TLC 3 at WrestleMania, and he speared him off the hanging off the belts, and we all went, is he gonna get back up? There's Kyoto or whoever was lying in the ring. What? They're talking into his, but he's okay. Yeah, there he is. But he just went splat like a bug. But I don't know. Randy or Edge.
Yeah, that's what
Taker's had a lot. Seth's on his way.
Yeah,
but Taker was already WrestleMania. I mean, for the love of God, I don't care. He's already got that.
Yeah,
he doesn't need SummerSlam. And again, WrestleMania, people watched WrestleMania just to see the streak.
And, all right. Yeah, I would say Edge. Yeah, I would say Jordan. All right, this next one's actually for you since we had the Goosebumps thing earlier.
Please don't. I don't like. Oh, there we go. See?
It's perfectly.
Yeah, it's true. Like, we were ready to go. Like it was. Yes, that was. Hey,
By the way, any of these memes or anything, the people that posted it, they have that I give them their full shout out there. I just randomly come across this stuff. So
and remember, everyone that isn't looking at it, because you're not watching that isn't watching the video. Me walking into a Scholastic Book Fair, $20 in my pocket, about to buy 6 Goosebumps and a Lamborghini poster, and it's Dumb and Dumber with all handing out singles.
yeah.
I never watched Dumb and Dumb. I never watched the new one.
No, me neither.
God, this is why. Why? Oh man, the original PlayStation.
Oh yeah.
Celebrity Deathmatch. Oh, what a day! I never even saw like the In Your House one. Never played Attitude. Well, I never played. I played Mayhem.
I didn't play. The In Your House, but I believe that was like the Mortal Kombat kind of play. Yeah. I mean, it was still a ring, but that was it. It wasn't like
never
what
played
the other
WCW Nitro, WCW, NWO Thunder. I did play Mayhem. Never even heard of Backstage Assault. Everyone played SmackDown 1, SmackDown 2.
Yeah.
Deathmatch. Some people might have. I know I did. I know I played it. WCW versus the World. Yep, never played that. Sorry, Sting. Even with you on the cover.
I started out with Well, actually, one that's not in here. Oh no, it is. I started out with WrestleMania, and then Warzone and Attitude. And I'll tell you what, I appreciate the controls now from WWE 2K22. Besides anything that had to do with THQ, because I'll tell you what, Warzone and Attitude, you had to put in like a 5-button combination just to do a pedigree or switch in music or Tombstone Power Driver. It was very frustrating. It gives me more appreciation as things got easier and then kind of trailed off after 2K14 and then came back this past video game for 2K22.
They only took a few years off.
Yeah. So
I mean, they still made games, but
yeah,
they sure
and
this next any effort.
This next one, actually, since you mentioned your 4 channels.
Yeah, UPN.
Yep.
It was the most electrifying show on UPN, but again, it was UPN.
Yeah.
And no offense to UPN, but what did you have? I mean, literally, that's not even me trying to be mean. What did you actually have?
Back when SmackDowns were on Thursdays. Yeah.
Oh, you didn't know? Before he got fired with K Quick. Ergo, Ron Killings. Ergo, R-Truth.
Yeah.
Name is K Quick, and he's about to get rowdy. Yeah. Yeah, there you go, Ron. We remember. Then he got fired.
Yes.
Then you were in The Wrestler. Sorry, no. Yeah.
Back when chair shots to the head were legal and probably not the best, but
hey, they know that, like whatever that movie is, like Jumanji. There you go. Like, how does everyone know The Rock? Jumanji, like, or anything else? I mean, he's everywhere. For love of God, yeah. Him and
I saw the trailer. We went and saw Elvis this past weekend. The trailer for Black Adam is badass. I really hope I'm going to go see it in IMAX because when I want to watch The Rock cracking skulls, I want to hear every fracture that throughout the theater. So I'm really hoping this kicks off DC's universe the right way. I really do. I hear there's cameos supposedly with Henry Cavill. I'm hoping this turns into something. I really am. I have high hopes on
Henry
this.
Cavill? I don't know. I haven't seen it. I mean, I heard really good things about, again, the Elvis. I've heard phenomenal things.
Oh my gosh!
I'm just trying to figure out how the guy's making Black Adam. Like, one, why the hell would you even make a muscle suit to put over his muscles? 2, how the hell is he not big enough and he had to put on more weight? The guy's a fucking gargantuan already.
As far as I know, the Rock suit it doesn't have much in it as far as the additional muscle.
I know, but he freaked out and they said they wasn't going to wear the suit. He was just bulking up. Like, how the hell do you he was already big enough.
Yeah.
Did Tom Hardy, just to be Bane? No. And he still played it beautifully. We don't need Jesus, he doesn't need to get
Yeah.
any bigger. Ever.
Yeah,
Ever,
I just
ever.
saw some recent. I just saw some recent XFL posts on the Facebook page there. Yeah, he's still pretty freaking huge.
We need to get, like, you need to get bigger. Excuse me. How? And they're gonna say, go to hell a little bit more, or maybe they'll throw an ass every once. I'm gonna kick your ass. Yeah, that'd be a great thing. You know, I'm gonna kick your butt. Yeah, yeah. You sound all big and intimidating because you're gonna kick someone's.
So this next picture here. I know we've been watching the vignettes of Edge and all this stuff. Crazy theory I came across one of the pages I follow for Bray Wyatt fans. What if?
Well, I mean,
would it fit?
It's really amazing though that we're even having the conversation. That, you know, he didn't want to be in, you know, Judgment Day. He didn't want to do in hokey, you know, stuff like that. And then they turned around and have him team with the Fiend, who's like got the lights flickering and all the like that would just be perfect.
But that's the thing, though. I think when they meant Judgment Day with hokey pokey magical stuff, like more like wizardry kind of stuff.
Yeah,
if this were just a straight up Fiend showing up and disappearing, I'm fine with that. None of the Firefly House, Funhouse crap. Just these two as wrestlers versus these two as wrestlers. Wrestling wise and story wise, if they would make a few tweaks with Judgment Day,
I'd prefer that over. Well, I mean, if they bring Cass back just as Cass, yeah, instead of like changing him, trying to say that he's like, as we saw the rumor saying that he's Edge's brother. So if we just have him come back as Cass, you know, come and just help him maul people, I mean, I'd be okay with that too. But I just think it would be ironic. Again, you don't want to do any of the supernatural or any of the weird. And you come back with the Fiend. I still can't believe the last time we saw the Fiend.
Judgment Day's not even doing anything.
I know, but remember, that's why Edge said he was leaving though, because he didn't want to do it. Now they're not doing it, and having him come back with the Fiend as his partner with the guy that's all hokey and super. Like, I'm sorry, that would be just full circle, just amazing. If they had that, that would be great though. I mean, to do it, I'd be okay with either of them. I do think that would be funny, but I'd be completely okay with that level of hokey.
Maybe not even the Fiend. Maybe just Bray Wyatt.
No.
You don't think? No, not the Eater of Worlds? Like,
he's gonna come back as like all of them, but we've seen him play all of them. Like when he was having that match with the swamp match with, the swamp fight with Strowman, like when he played all of them, like there he was, or
I did like that. I don't care what anyone says. That story wise, just the storytelling,
just like him and Cena, Cena's WrestleMania match. Guess what? Story wise, I mean, you might have to watch it a few times, but it was great. It's just how they put it all together made you sit there and just kind of go. But I don't think they would have had the same match at WrestleMania, him and Cena, if it wasn't COVID and they, were allowed to.
Yeah.
Like that would have been a complete. So them doing that is the reason we got to see that whole big, long built, everything that match was, to do all of that instead of a normal match in front of people, because they wouldn't be able to get all that in there and look at the story they told with it. It's one of those.
Yeah.
But yeah, Bray, like I didn't like the match per se with Braun and Bray, like the camera angle. Sorry, not like it was just so overly done, but the story elements that they throw into it, were done well. It's just the way they filmed it. Like maybe sit there and just go, we just get over it all. But please, God, like it all made sense and went together well. It's just, please make it stop. Pretty please.
All right. Well, since you had mentioned Mr. Bale 2 days ago was 14 years at the Dark Knight came out. Out of the whole trilogy, this is still my favorite.
My favorite of them. That's a good question.
Ponder it. Save it for next week.
No, I'm not. No way in hell. I'll forget. I already have to come up with cast for live action like 4 movies. But don't get me going. Remember next week. I don't know. Like, 'cause the story and all of them were so good. Like they really did put a lot of effort in all the like. But to know all the stuff and work and everything that went into Batman Begins. I mean, to actually make the tumblers and like all the stuff, just to get like, I thought that was probably fantastic. Yeah, that's probably has to like one of the better because they put so much into it and it was so good. And they built, literally when he's on the bottom of that subway train, there's literally a guy holding on to that cable, blasting through stuff. Like they did all of that. They built the Narrows.
Yeah.
Like they put in so much effort through all of it. But man, Ledger's Joker though, and let's just go with the first one. I thought it was one of the best done trilogies of all time. Like, because none of it sucked, in my opinion.
Yeah.
Well, obviously, little
Yeah,
things
same.
that everyone's unhappy with, but like all 3
Yeah.
movies were actually kick ass. Very rarely does that happen, minus like John Wick.
Yeah, and especially when a trilogy's spaced out, each movie spaced out 3 to 4 years. I mean, they really.
Yeah, like that was.
I appreciate what Nolan put in as far as the effort and the casting and the story. Like
they put so much effort into it. But again, I mean, the first one they built it so well to make you want to come back.
Yeah.
So, and again, all the effort they put in for everything, like that's. Yeah, I'll go with Batman Begins. Again, the rest they're all good. Could I just claim the Dark Knight trilogy as my favorite? That doesn't count, but you can watch them all back to back to back like one movie.
Yeah.
If you skip the credits, you'll never know.
Exactly.
Yeah, I'm gonna go with I can't pick a favorite. Like making you pick your favorite, like which is your favorite kid or something when you have kids, or which cat's your favorite, and they're all sitting there looking at you going, it's.
Oh, my tabby cat knows he's a dick, so
Or-
I'd go
or-
with my oldest.
Or picking
my
your favorite
oldest.
cheese. What's your favorite cheese? Jesus
Thoughts?
Christ.
Yep, you knew it was coming.
No, I was. That's what I wanted to write down last night that I didn't.
Well, here we are.
Or this exact thing to get it over with at the opening thoughts. We can end on something better. Me and Jarrett, just going to be in the match so he doesn't die.
That's what I'm pretty much guessing at this point.
Like you're making this big deal to be your last match, and you're teaming with Andrade, who no one gives a damn about. And
Well, I
Jay
mean,
Lethal, who
and
they're
I-
not doing any
and I kinda-
favors.
And I kind of called this earlier because he's been training with Lethal. So
Yeah, well, we knew that.
Lethal's gonna make Flair look good just for the simple fact that they've
Yeah.
been training for how
Yeah.
long now?
And Jeff, I mean, these are like, it's just, it didn't do anything to make me want to watch it anymore. If that makes any sense. Doesn't
Yeah.
that 70, like he does not, I don't care what you look good, like looking good to us, getting like, it's, I know you can't ever let it go, but even Taker was like, what, enough is enough.
Yeah.
Like he didn't almost die, going to a coma
and,
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 all
I'm,
this stuff.
and I'm sorry. This puts a bad taste in my mouth because the way they built Michaels and Flair for WrestleMania, this absolutely means nothing now.
Well, I shared it on I think it was last night or today, when I'm sorry, I love you. Like best ending. He walked out the door right there, be done with it. But no, it's Ric Flair, and he couldn't just put it down. And then he was in thumbtack matches in TNA and getting pantsed and literally damn near killing himself in the process because he kept owing money to the IRS because he never paid his taxes. And but he just they wrote it. That was the most perfect ending ever. Even more fitting than Taker's. And he went out to Metallica on a Harley with his fist in the air. Perfect. They should have got Roland, or you're gonna pay for him to roll out to, but I'm not gonna complain with it now that we're dead for Metallica. I mean, I'm not gonna complain about that. He got it, but sorry, that was the best ending that you could have had right there. Just like Foley when he was Cactus Jack and he lost the Hell in a Cell to Triple H, like that was the Godspeed, Mick Foley, as he walks away crying, turns around, cameras cut off. It's done. JR sends him off perfectly, and he kept coming back.
Yeah.
God, I'm sorry. I love you. It gets shown all the time,
Yep.
and they ruined it. It's not like, can you just leave well enough alone?
But
At least you'll be safe.
Turning back to 14 years ago, I just want to mention not just Mr. Bale or Mr. Nolan.
Well, I said it.
This
He
man.
was the best Joker.
Yeah.
No, if everyone, it fits the movie, it fits the time, but
yes, it does.
What he did,
and just what he put himself through
just to get into character.
this. Yes.
The stuff, then that, like, alone, and like all of that for that, like.
I mean, unfortunately, you know, what happened. It's one of those bittersweet things for me. Honestly, if Ledger would have been around and they would have done another movie with him, I think it would have taken away from what he did with The Dark Knight. You know what I mean?
It was perfect.
Like, yeah, like it was the perfect ending.
Perfection's unattainable. Not really. Like that was,
and you know, it sucks he's gone, but I just think it would have really, and I don't think Nolan would have went back to the Joker just because it's Nolan, but you know, what if, you know, it sucks. He took his own life.
Accidental overdose.
You know,
that one's accident.
Yeah.
I mean, look at the VA when you're under their care. Look how many veterans die because they accidentally mix meds and they're at a hospital being given them by doctors and they still kill them. So,
yeah.
You know, I could see the accidental overdose of, you know, that whole thing. If doctors are doing it to people under their care and like hospitals, and anyone can do it.
Yeah.
But it's a damn shame. Like that was.
Yeah.
And here we
go. But yeah, you know, just
sometimes you have to live long enough to be the bad guy. No.
Well, if you think about it, Mr. Bale, you know, is now in Thor: Love and Thunder, and he is a bad guy. And apparently, I keep hearing great reviews about Thor: Love and Thunder, which I've got to, I either got to see it or I got to find a copy of it.
The only thing I've heard about it is people throwing a hissy fit because of the cancer scene with, you know, Jane and how real, and they needed a trigger warning. That's what I heard about it. And then every time I scroll right by it, like you need a trigger warning because of a scene of someone having cancer and going through chemo. Like you need a trigger warning for it. Like a trigger warning, like a real, we're having a trigger, like you do turn on the TV, right? We see people die on TV all the time. Houses burning down. You know, it's like, I'm sorry, you don't need a trigger warning. You just need to be a real person.
Yeah.
Trigger warning. Because of the cancer scene. Ooh.
Well, it's Disney.
Where's Scott when you need him? Saying that, you know, we need a trigger warning. They should have warned us. Like, go. That's the only thing I've heard about it. Once I was like, what? This is the first thing I'm seeing about it. You're dead to me until you come out. And I'll buy it. And I'll be, you know, okay with it. But yeah, crying because of that. Like, you should all get headbutted. That makes me an angry human being, but you're complaining.
I mean,
actors acting out a dramatic scene where someone has cancer.
Yeah.
Made you feel some sort of way. That was the point, jackass.
I mean, I'm not gonna lie. I cried when Tony Stark passed away after the battle was over and they had the funeral. But you don't see me, like, you know, suing Disney for being sad. It's called good acting. It's called good storytelling. It's called the best full circle freaking character evolution
from being a narcissistic prick in the first one to coming full circle after that whole entire sequence of a million movies to being the guy to go and kaboom, like to be that guy.
No offense. I mean, you know, Marvel's got their shit together.
No offense, DC.
You could take one character for how many years? Iron Man. The first Iron Man came out in what, 2008?
Ask Favreau.
Yeah, 2008. First Iron Man. Yeah.
Ask him. He knows things. He's the creator of everything. Yeah. He he makes one and then it explodes. I mean, like, just
Yeah.
what he does. Goddamn Favreau. God bless him. Good movies. Taking anything away from
Oh
him.
yeah, great actor.
He's got a and he's got a very good hand in all of it. Yeah,
Yes.
no matter what he seems to do, it's good. But that was fun. Dysentery. Sorry. We'll probably get back to you now.
Quick shout out before we sign off. House of Dragons. If you haven't seen the trailer, watch it.
Yes,
Watch it.
I gotta figure out how to get through all of Dexter and then all of that before it debuts. And yeah, we only just started Dexter season 3, so I have this odd feeling.
Yeah.
I'm trying
And
to catch her up.
House of Dragons is right around the corner, 21st of August. It'll be here before you know it.
Yeah, it's like a prequel, so I mean, technically, you don't have to watch all of that stuff first. You can watch that and
No.
then catch up on it all after. But yeah, I'm more looking forward to Snow.
Yeah. And I'm also looking forward to the 3rd season of Harley Quinn animated series, because if you have not watched that, it is probably the most raunchiest DC cartoon ever.
I don't even know
And it's hilarious.
I don't know where it is. I don't know how to watch it.
HBO Max.
I'll have to remember to try to go on there. I mean, in my defense, of not knowing these things.
Kaylee
Cuoco?
I can't. Yeah, that last name fits the bill when she plays Harley. Like she just said that.
Like, it's just. I think last night while I was like, NXT was on. Walter called on FaceTime when I was making thumbnails on this with my binder across my lap, a notebook on this side on the end, and then another one on the couch trying to keep track of everything while making thumbnails and changing all the descriptions and titles and search engine optimizing everything. Like I had 9 things going on at once, and I was then talking to Walter. Like it's just, everyone's all like, you should see this. That's this. I want to watch that, and then I never have the time. But
I heard a cat.
it's not a cat, buddy.
Oh boy.
Every couple hours. It's
Oh,
coming.
another quick shout out. Speaking of cats, the new game Stray for PlayStation is awesome.
If I ever see it, I'll think.
It's actually free for PlayStation Plus people, I think. Pretty sure.
I'll have to go and look.
If
Last
it's
time I
not
looked, it wasn't. That doesn't mean anything.
Or it might be just for PlayStation 5 owners. I'm not sure. Something's free. I know if you get the new PlayStation Plus thing, the highest tier one, you get it for free.
I'm not giving them that much money. Not a month.
I was actually quite surprised. The game was only $30.
No.
I thought it was going to be like full blown $60. I'm like, I'm kind of glad it wasn't.
Yeah, again, I don't know. I'll look for it. Right now I'm trying to get the original Cyberpunk, and just whenever the price goes down at the one place where they have all the stuff, and I'm not getting the Game Boy Color until they get a Pokemon game back, like one of the originals, which they had 1 week, but they didn't have a Game Boy. And I was like, I get paid in a week. Then I went back, the game wasn't there anymore. But I'll have to look. But I want Cyberpunk, and they have the two Biohazard. I think the games were back that came out in Iraq, and you sat there and like sucked it. Like they have the bundle for that. Like there's a bunch of games that are there, like old wrestling games that I'll never be able to play, but I'd buy it just to have it, which is one of those, sucks to be you kind of things. But yeah, next week.
Cyberpunk was last month was on sale for 24 hours from Best Buy. Physical copy was like $20 or like $5, $5 or $10.
You tell me
I
that.
totally missed it.
Why don't you tell me? So you're supposed to be here for it. You pay attention better than me.
Well, I think it's $30. Is it $30 or $40 on the network? But look for that August sale. I guarantee it'd be half off at least.
I'll look. And next week we'll get back some wrestling stuff, especially a SummerSlam, literally.
Yeah.
Next week. So, and granted, I'm pretty positive SmackDown's not going to add anything to.
No.
Like it's just going to.
I saw an article. WWE disappointing. Disappointing with SummerSlam. Well, no shit.
I don't know where the hell have you guys been. What you guys do realize you're the ones that wrote the shit, right? I'm not trying to be a dick,
but you
Consider
physically,
you have a little bit more free reign since the old man's not around. Like
allegedly.
allegedly, yeah.
Hey, he said he was still going to be there for, live, for the TV stuff. Please God, don't let that happen or Ric Flair get in a ring. I'll be okay with that. But
Fact.
yeah, a lot more wrestling stuff next week. It was a good change of pace, though. Only talk about a little wrestling. And
Yeah, now I got to come up with shit.
no, well, no, there's all kind of, we could just talk about wrestling stuff, that's currently going on. Or we
True.
could actually sit down and just make a game plan for a show, or I could write down some stuff and pick your brain and blow your mind. Like we could do whatever the hell you want. But with
I'm all for
SummerSlam
it.
coming, SummerSlam's coming, so I
Yeah.
have to put on my professional hat next week. We can actually sit there and try to dissect what they even hate, which is just terrifying.
Or maybe we
maybe.
do Justin Wrestling Roulette SummerSlam edition. That way we can kind of knock out the pre-show and predictions because we know nothing else is going to be added after Raw anyway.
Yep.
And if anything is added, it's probably going to be for the pre-show. So
yep. And then we could.
I'm pretty sure that the card's pretty much finalized at this point.
Talk about all that stuff, Captain Planet and all that stuff, and some WrestleMania moments that made it. And we'll figure something out for next week. But again, WrestleMania, had its own special stuff even before we did this, so we got to do. SummerSlam gets its own one. I still think it's dumb that it's the first one not happening in August ever, but thanks for taking that away from my birthday. One cool
well, at least
thing
you get to be happy on your. At least you get to be happy on your birthday then, and not disappointed. I mean, there's that.
Hey, a few years ago we didn't see that coming. Granted, now they have not physically stopped doing that since then, and now also please make it go away. But I mean, we didn't see that coming. They won that. They won that argument. No, we did not see that coming. Touche. Or those big ass white teeth. As he held up, those things were huge. But we'll figure something out for them. But it was fun. Again, Beavis and Butthead, Trapper Keepers, and the game Snake on the phone. When do you get to talk about stuff like that? And comment around and let us know, what song do you think Vince would let him use if he actually came back being Chris Jericho? Like, which one would it be? Would it be another rendition, or would it be, how would they do that? Well, Vince doesn't like people singing along or even saying one fall, so it'll be the Y2J one. We can't have them singing.
Yeah, the only song that the crowd gets away with is chanting "You suck" to Kurt Angle's theme. That's about it.
Yeah, we can't let the whole crowd actually sing Judas and have a good time. Not at a WWE event. You just get to sit there and like it. Your opinion doesn't matter. God bless him. But we'll be back then. I'll be back with some, shorts throughout the rest of the week. Whenever stuff happens that hurts my head, I was gonna do one on the Grizzled Young Veterans, but I figured I'd just get it out of the way now. So then there's other stuff that I talk about before it that actually makes you smile. Maximum male models, we get to see who Maxine is, which yay. Probably gonna be someone stupid too. And they already killed everything that was good. So but landed on the perfect. Ledger was the best Joker. And if you're mad about SummerSlam, you're the one that booked the shit. So it's kind of bad when you're disappointed when you guys are the ones that steered the ship for 4 months to get us here. So with that. So I'll be back then. Thank you for watching, listening. You know where everything is. I don't need to repeat it a million times. It hurts after a while. So until we do this again, could be one of these days. Have a good weekend. Peace.